Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Friday Night Football here at the South Avenue Sports Complex. Tonight, your Interborough Buccaneers put their 2-4 record on homecoming night against their Del Valle League rival, the Chichester Eagles. Chichester has won the opening toss, and they have elected to defer into the second half. They'll be kicking off to Kali Kuyate, and actually they're going to try a squib kick picked up by Ventura at the 47-yard line. Good alertness by Ventura, and the Bucs will have great field position to start the game. Gaetano DeCenzi, the kicker, with a nice little squib kick, trying to catch the Bucs off guard, but Mike Ventura not to be fooled. And Jared Della Priscoli and the Bucs offense, they'll take over at the 47.5-yard line. 1st and 10 to start this contest. Forte, the fullback. Kuyate, who gets it on first down, is the tailback. He'll fall forward for 2 or 3, close to midfield. Other Bucs you'll see at skill position is number 2, Jared Della Priscoli, as we mentioned, the quarterback. You also see number 3, Dan Call. You'll see number 4, Andrew Greben from time to time. You'll also see number 11, Tim Convery. This, though, is number 40, Joe Forte. He gets another couple yards. It'll be a 3rd down and about 5. Your tight end is Brett McLaughlin, number 6. Across the front, we have Noah Nickel at tackle. We have Rick Neal. We have Wyatt McDevitt, we have Ant Zizza, and Nick Ewing. They're the big 5 up front, opening up holes for Kuyate and Forte, among others. And it's Kuyate again, and he'll be stopped short. So it'll be 4th down and 4. Good defense by the Chichester Eagles in the early going. Bucs coming off an unprecedented 4 straight losses. I've never seen that in the Steve Lennox era. I've been watching Bucs football for a long time, and I don't think it's happened. So Bucs looking to get back on the winning track here on homecoming night. You'll see various homecoming activities throughout the evening. Jared Dell with the punt, and he's going to kick it out of bounds, and it'll go back to the 25-yard line. Not a terrific punt. Could have been angled a little bit better and a little bit farther downfield. But Chichester takes over there. You see the students in the student section, and on the track, the cheerleaders adorned in their class colors. 4 great shirts made by the class sponsors and purchased by the students this week, and they look great. It's one of the best nights of the year. Chi operates out of that shotgun/pistol formation. Quarterback Andrew Rodriguez, number 13. And his first pass goes to Cassie Jones. And they'll get about 6 on the play, up to the 30. They gave him an even 5, so they spotted at the 25. Now it's at the 30, and they have to get to the 35. Jones, the single running back. Rodriguez in the pistol formation. And it'll go to Jones on the handoff. And he'll be stuffed and brought down by a slew of black shirts. Sorrentino, Call, and a host of others. Early on in this contest, early October, you could tell it's October by the pink socks worn by many of the players on the Interborough team in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I believe the next home game will be the pink out. So the senior rec game, I think everybody will be wearing pink, hopefully. That'll be 2 weeks from tonight against those Glen Mills Battling Bulls. Rodriguez back to pass. Moore with the pressure. Moore not going to let him get anywhere. Mike Moore with the sack. Fortunately, he's put on his football uniform. Last time I saw him, he was wearing a diaper at the pep rally. But he's looking good, fully clothed. And he gets the sack there on 3rd down, and Chichester will be forced to punt. Back deep, we have Convery and Kali Kuyate. They've taken back a couple punts for touchdowns already this year. They're going to rugby-style kick it. It's going to go towards Convery, and that's a wise move. Try to take that play out of their hands. But great field position for the Bucks as they're going to get it at the 40-yard line of the Eagles. So not a very good punt. 16 yards the net there. And Della Pascoli and the Bucks offense set to take over again. We have all the heads of state in attendance tonight as well. We have Superintendent Bern Riley here. We have Curriculum Director Val Ekman here, as well as Principal Ryan Johnston, Assistant Principal Sean Conti, a slew of faculty members, and of course me, Bill Soroka, and my tag team partner, Mrs. Malinich. We're here to bring you tonight's game. Chichester jumps off sides, making it 1st and 5. Forte, the lone running back. Kuyate on the wing. They'll go to him on the sweep. No, Forte up the middle for a couple. Forte's been one of the few to really avoid the injury bug this year that has plagued Interboro. They had several concussion issues throughout the year. Made it difficult, especially when they were playing some of those out-of-conference games earlier in the season. 2nd and 2. Forte again. Hits a wall right around where we would have gotten the 1st down, so he may be, they're marking him about a yard short. They're saying he didn't get much. Maybe a half a yard on the play. And a keeper by Della Pascoli, and he'll keep his legs moving for about 4. We'll spot the ball at the 27. 1st and 10 for Interboro. 6:45 left in 1st quarter. And Kuyate, not much, maybe 2. Cody Profit, the first one to be there with the hit. Bit of help from Jacob Heacock. This is Kuyate. He cuts back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Close to a 1st down, probably about a yard short. So we go under 5:20 in quarter number 1. Bucks yet to take to the air. All on the ground. after stopping shy on their initial drive. Forte for a first down inside the 15 to the 14. Forte's been steady as they go at the fullback position, providing great lead blocks all year and picking up the tough yards, and especially being useful when Kouyaté was out and Grebe was out. He didn't have a lot of experience, and Joe Forte really filled the void there. This is Mike Moore up to the 10-yard line. So Moore's carry makes a 2nd down and 7. They can get a first down without a touchdown. Looks like Chai jumps off sides again. And that'll knock it up to the 5-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 2. Chai their own worst enemy with 2 costly penalties on this drive. Della Pascoli sends Moore in motion. Hand off to Kouyaté. He'll get a yard or two. Hasn't really been able to spring one yet. Not a first down. So it'll be 3rd down and 2. Tight eye formation in the backfield. It'll go to Moore. It was Forte, my apologies, but he gets, it'll definitely be a first down, so it'll be 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. So a couple of opportunities to pound it in here from the 1. Same setup, Forte, and it goes to him, and Joe Forte easily into the end zone for a touchdown. And that'll make it 6-0 in favor of your Bucks. Extra point pending. Last week it was Jared Della Pascoli back on the extra point attempts. Early in the year it was Tim Convery, but it's Della Pascoli. And they may just straight be going for 2, and that's what it looks like. It's a straight 2-point attempt. Jet sweep. Kouyaté in for a 2-pointer. So Kali with the sweep gets into the end zone, dives head first, and the Bucks band will strike up a tune. And with 3:15 to go in the first quarter, your Interboro Bucks have an 8-0 lead. And truthfully, they haven't been in the lead much in the last month. I'd like to see them be able to hold on to this. So Chichester really, I guess, tried to catch Interboro off guard on that opening kickoff, and that put them behind in the field position battle. Gave Bucks good field position, but the Bucks unable to do anything with it, punted it away. Chai goes 3 and out. They punt it away, not a great punt. Give the Bucks good field position at the 40-yard line, and they take it to 40 yards in, capped off with a Joe Forte 1-yard touchdown run. And that'll get you caught up with 3:15 to go in quarter number 1. Looks like Dan Kahl will be kicking off. And it's a line drive kick to one of the up men at the 29-yard line. That's Calvin Church. Church is stopped at the 39, and that's where Chichester and their quarterback Andrew Rodriguez will take over. They move it up to the 40. Oh, they're throwing footballs up there now. I'm going to get one of those footballs. I bought Norbeck a hot dog. I'm definitely getting a football. And Chichester on the offensive. Little pop pass down low. It's going to be a first down and more for Andre Dean. We'll get to the 46. 14 yards on first down. A play action pass to the 5'9", 154-pound senior Dean. First and 10, Chi. 3 wide receivers, all to the near, 4 wide receivers, 3 to the near end, 1 running back. They're spreading it out. Handoff to Jones. No, the keeper, Rodriguez. McLaughlin and Convery all helping out Ventura, who made the initial hit. But not before a 5-yard carry. Second down and 5. Rodriguez back. Goes to throw long, a little bit too strong. Pressure in the backfield forced him to throw. It was going to Ryan Messi. He was the intended receiver, but frankly, he threw it way too early on, and pressure from the Bucks made him do that. And the pass is probably about 7 or 8 yards in front of the intended receiver. But I'm sure that, listen, everybody watches tape, and I'm sure they looked at Huddle and they saw how susceptible Interboro's been to that long pass in the last couple of weeks. Third down, and now it's first down. It's Chichester with the carry up the middle. Kasai Jones. Well, 5 wide.
Middle again. Come on, down.
Another first down play. Damian Thompson the catch. Down to the 31-yard line. So Chi opening it up a bit. So we go under a minute and a half in this first quarter. This play goes out wide. They drop the box over by the far end of your screen. Rodriguez next to nothing. In fact, he loses a couple. It'll be second down and 13. Ball spotted at the 24. Under a minute. Handoff and the whole slew of Interboro defenders right around the original line of scrimmage. That's Bush with the carry. Tymir Bush, sophomore. Oh, jeez. Thank you. So after 1 quarter of play, your Interboro Bucks hold an 8-0 lead. When we come back, it'll be 3rd down and long for the Eagles. What's up? Oh, yeah, I think you can. I don't know. Oh. Huh? Forte and then Kuyate with a 2-pointer. 1-yard touchdown run. Yes. We're up here in the booth, and unfortunately, budget restrictions prevent us from interviewing Assistant Athletic Director and my co-sponsor for the junior class, one Joe Barrett. But he is here, and he's making his presence known. He actually brought me a cup of coffee. It was either him or Mags. I'm not sure who did it, but it was well-timed for sure. We're heading into the 2nd quarter with the Bucks up 8-0, but Chichester driving. But they have a tall order as it's 3rd down and probably about 12 yards to go, maybe 13. Rodriguez with 4 wide receivers and the running back Bush. Pressure. Rodriguez throws, catch, 1st down and then some. And a touchdown for Chichester. Andre Dean over the middle as Rodriguez eludes pressure from Nick Ewing, who was in the backfield. Was able to escape Ewing, find his man Dean, who did all the rest of the work, and ran into the end zone for a Chichester Eagle touchdown. And that'll make it 8-6. Chi will opt for the extra point try. And that kick is blocked. Dan Call. And Kuyate in there for assistance and moral support. So the Bucks hold an 8-6 lead. Stay tuned, of course, for the special homecoming halftime show. Presentation of the floats, as well as the float judging. The homecoming court will be paraded out and introduced. If you look real closely, you'll see me driving that 4th car. I'll be driving a Ford Mustang with one Lauren Kilgore and Kim Hobson, and it's Mike Clark in the back of that Mustang. And out they'll come. They'll be introduced. Presentation of the floats. Eventually they'll have judging, and that'll be part of the homecoming parade. Then we'll have the 2nd half of football, of course. And from there, we'll carry on. Tomorrow there's a big dance here at the high school. The homecoming dance. They'll award the homecoming king and queen. Another pop-up kick. Good job by the Bucks to just make the catch. That could have been fair caught. Maybe should have been fair caught. That was Sorrentino, who took a pretty heavy lick there. Seems to be no worse for wear. And most importantly, he was able to hang on to that football and give the Bucks pretty good field position at the 38-yard line. Jared Dell, he'll take over. I formation. Bucks yet to throw. It goes to Kuyate. And they're keyed in on him. Now, he fall forward for about 4. But they definitely have the men in the box, and they're expecting Kouyaté and Forte. They're trying to shut down that running game as best they can, almost daring Interboro to throw it. But Kouyaté gets 5. Call. Not much. Cole has to stay inside. He says he likes to run outside. Michael Rinnick Jr., the stop and the throwdown. So 3rd and 4. Del Priscoli, the keeper. With sort of a modified read option that's usually called as a keeper. That's what my inside sources tell me anyway. 4th and 1. Interesting decision. Offense staying on the field, so it looks like they're going to go for it. Coach Lennox has full faith and confidence in his offensive line that they can get this 1 yard. With Big Joe Forte in there, I believe it. Forte keeping his legs moving and then bounces forward and gets that 1st down. Bucks coaches up here in the broadcast booth calling for an offsides, and I saw it too. I think they missed that one. But all's well that ends well. 1st down Bucks at the 50. .9:45 and counting here in quarter number 2. This time it's Kouyaté. Kouyaté gets outside. Oh, man. 1 tackle away from keeping those legs moving and getting a little bit more. Good stop on the shoestring. That's number 4, Calvin Church. 4.5 they'll give him. Kouyaté in motion. It goes to Forte. Forte ahead for about 4 more. Be 3rd down and 1, a long one. Bucks faithful making their presence felt. Very active student section. You can see them arranged by color and everything. It looks awesome. Freshmen up front, then the softs, then the juniors, then the seniors in the back. That's Kouyaté. And hats off to those freshmen for knowing their role and sitting up front, yielding to the seniors in the back. That's the way it's supposed to be. Some people may not like to see that or hear that, but guess what, man? There's a pecking order in high school, and the seniors are the kings and queens of the school. And they get the prime real estate at the football game. Call in motion. It goes to Kouyaté on 1st. He don't get much. They gave him really not much of anything, maybe a half a yard, maybe. So ends the Anthony Salvatore era as my producer and cameraman. Sideline warning on Interboro. Every now and then the referees like to puff their chest out and give sideline warnings, and that was the first one. Next one will cost the Bucks a penalty. 7:25 and counting here in quarter number 2. Bucks driving. Pitch out. Kuyate. He's got to turn the corner. Basically, like, really a wash, but because Kuyate did a nice job of spinning and forcing the Chichester tackler to tackle him forward and give him another yard or two, or else he'd have been stopped for a yard or two. DJ McMaster with the stop. Or Jacob Heacock. There's two number 55s. I don't know which one it was. Call with the catch. So quick pass by Della Priscoli out to Dan Call. Be about 3 yards shy of a first down. Bring up fourth down. Probably a little bit closer to 2 for the Bucks. 27.5. They have to get right around the 25. Bucks are going to go for it. Quick snap. Kuyate. He'll get a first down inside the 25. And ref gets that clock moving. I think he could have given another 5 seconds or so, like he could have done it 5 seconds faster, but not bad. 23-yard line. Call on the sweep. Call outside where he likes to be. Close to another first down. That ball will be at the 15. Another couple yards shy of a first down. Kuyate trots off. They'll bring Mike Moore in. Della Priscoli on the keeper. Gets a yard or two, but not much. Again, stay tuned for the halftime show and the homecoming festivities, which Andy Costanzo doesn't know this, but will not begin until I get there because I have keys to one of the cars in my pocket. So he had the best laid plans. I get it, Andy. You have a timetable, but I got a game to broadcast. Forte still on his feet. Forte near the end zone. Ball on the ground. Bucks fall on it. Whole lot going on there. Forte up the middle. Breaks free. Almost into the end zone. Ball is knocked loose, and then Mike Moore's Johnny on the spot to fall on it. All this while giving the Bucks a first down. Right around the spot where they would line up for the extra point. Forte and Moore. It goes to Mike Moore. Moore keeping his legs moving. Let's see. Touchdown, Mike Moore. So Moore makes it a 14-6 game with the extra point pending. Not sure if they'll go for 2 again. Seemed to be successful last time. And coaches, and now they're going to call a timeout with 4:23 to go. They're trying to get the homecoming court down there. And again, they can get down there all they want, but they're not going anywhere until I get down there. So So Bucks, after the touchdown, looking to execute a two-point conversion, had to call a timeout to do it. I formation. Della Pascoli looking for McLaughlin in the back of the end zone, and he gets it. Nice pitch and catch. McLaughlin with the two-point conversion, and that play just always seems to work. So Brett McLaughlin with the two-pointer. 16-6 is the score. At some point, I guess we will have to take leave, but not yet. Bucks set to kick off at the 40-yard line. Last time they line drive kicked it to one of the up men. I had no reason to believe they're going to do anything different, but they kind of do. Chichester, runner number 36. Andre Oliver. I'm sorry. DeAndre Morgan. And actually not a bad kickoff return. Flag down, though. So we could have a block in the back or a hold, which could and will knock Chichester back. So instead of the 45, we're probably looking at more like the 30-yard line as a starting field position. And a jet sweep. They head to about the 34. That's Damian Thompson. Chi not in any hurry. Still almost 4 minutes to go. So they're going to, not so much in 2-minute offense, taking their time between plays. Guess don't want to give Interboro the ball back, which does make sense, but they do have to get the ball downfield too. And the running back falls. Tymeer Bush lose a couple yards on the play. Bring up a 3rd down and 8. Five wide for Chi. They don't even look over there. Chichester, though, 1st down on the play. Ryan Massey with the catch. And a 1st down. They'll stop the clock. They'll move the chains. They'll run the clock again. And it'll be 2:40 and counting. And now Chi moving a little bit, trying to confuse the Interboro defense. Somebody was offsides. And actually, it may have been Chichester if you want to know the truth. I don't know if Chai was set. Now it'll be on Interboro. And I'm guessing they take the penalty and keep it first down, but which they seem to be doing. There was more to it than that. So, first down, Chai at the 41. I'm puzzled as to what the penalty was, but whatever it was, it's a first down, Chai at the 41-yard line. Bush in motion. Direct snap to Massey. He gets a first down inside the 30. And Chai now is in a hurry. Trying to catch Interboro napping. Same play. Mike Moore this time gets him out of bounds with 1:56 to go. This time Chai will get in the huddle. It'll be second down and 10. And a little contact at the line. Not sure if Chai moved or if that was Interboro drawn off sides. They're going to call it on Chichester, so. Now it'll be second down, 17 from back at the 32. And Rodriguez, the keeper. Not much.
supposed to be in the tango.
Inside guy, inside guy.
Get in. Bam!
Big stop here. Big stop here.
Come on.
Oh, come on, make a tackle.
Well, right there. What's Trey doing? What? It's their ball. Count them up, man. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Bro, watch the tight end dump. Watch the tight end dump.
There you go. Oh, come on, make it.
He's gassed. Dude, he's gassed from the offensive series. Look at him. Get Nay on his hip and get Nay in. Flex. Watch double out. Watch double out. There it is. Incomplete. Incomplete. Punting. Listen. Calm down. Okay? Calm down. 2 timeouts. They're lined up. They're lined up. They're lined up. It's trips.
All right. Yeah, that's
What
right.
are you thinking?
45.
Lightning. Trail left, jet. We get a completion here, we got to get up on the ball. That one? He still has 2 timeouts, right? No, dude, that's a first.
Where they, yeah, better be a first.
This spot's
First down.
Okay, we'll take it down.
What?
What do you want to do? Stop giving us. Are you going for this?
Measurement. Call for measurement. This is the first down. Call for measurement. And the line goes up to the side.
Dude, at least give me it. We can chunk it. We can chunk it up.
Get a measurement.
We got time on that.
Garrett. That's the first down. This is the first down.
Lamar. Lamar. Get lightning. Get lightning. Lightning. Get A-Rod. A-Rod right near you. Tell him to go to the Oh, come on, man. What is that?
How does that happen? How does that happen? Standing there 18 seconds and you know they're calling a timeout and they let them run out. That is just fucking bullshit. That is just total bullshit. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable.
We're here to celebrate the East Coast, the West Coast, the North, and the South. No matter where
You're 6-4 now. You're 6-4.
Oh no! I'll take that. I'll take that all day of the week. Our ball. He stole.
Tornado.
Did a great job. He stole that.
Yo. Guys. Wins left. Check. Tennessee right. Right. Tennessee right. Come on.
Hold him in. Who's the back?
Power. Give me lightning. Get your mace on your hip. Bring A-Rod off. Quickly. Fist. Yeah, it's fist. Come on. Reno. Fist. Let's go. Run it. We're good. Where's it going?
Go back to lightning. D-Rock.
Trio right to the bone. Number 2 was uncovered all 3 times. Put it up here.
Oh!
Got it.
Boy, those.
That's 37. That's not too cute. I know, it's 4th and 7. That's not too cute. No, I don't. Send it. Roger, go. Ball!
What do you see?
Jake. comes, here it comes. Unbalanced. That's unbalanced to your side. It's not sweet. Yo, that's unbalanced to your side. Wide twins, wide twins, wide twins, wide Boston. What is DJ doing up the field? Again. He's not in a good position. There you go. Stop it. Stop it.
One for you. There was a point where like the people inspection where like turns slow and kind of fix it. Just the floats are fine. Did you say that's supposed to be commentating? I don't know.
And Mike Moore with the touchdown. So the Bucks will take a 22-14 lead with 5:51 to play in quarter number 3. As we said, lots going on here at the South Avenue Sports Complex. Right now it looks like Noah Nick will be intended to on the sidelines. Hopefully just a cramp. And Noah seems to be all right, favoring his leg a little bit, but generally walking off under his own power. We'll wait and see what the long-term prognosis there is for the big tackle. There is still this business of a point after. Right now we're at a one-score game. An extra point here would actually make it a two-score game, so it's possible they could try and kick an extra point. I see Convery out there. It doesn't mean he's going to kick it. They may have abandoned the kick game altogether. It's changed from week to week, really. And they are going to attempt a two-point conversion. Della Priscoli. And gets Grebe. And nice and easy, just like that. Grebe for 2. Makes it 24-14 with 5:51 to go in quarter number 3. And Interboro's band strikes up a tune after their halftime performance. Lots going on. Halftime performance by the Buck Band. Introduction and parading of the homecoming court, as well as presentation of the floats. I'm fairly certain my junior class is in for a 4th place finish. Oh, we got 3rd? Who won? That's ridiculous. The sophomores clearly had the best float. What's up? So you got 2nd? You got 3rd? You got. How did you get 4th? Because you didn't have an actual float? So apparently it went seniors 1st, sophomores 2nd, juniors 3rd, freshmen 4th. But your board, the freshman board was really hot, actually. I like that Pac-Man board. I mean, it wasn't a float, but like, yeah. And with all those kids helping out, I thought it was nice. But you did, I don't know. I like our shirts too, but yours has got a lot going on. And I think if it was back in the early 80s with the Pac-Man craze was going on, you're too young to remember that, but Pac-Man was all the rage with the Atari. But yeah, it's a nice shirt. I do like those. This is Massey. He's ahead for about 2 yards on first down. So the seniors with another victory. I don't think their float was bad. I just thought the sophomores was better. It's a keeper. We got a different quarterback in there. Where's... Is that him over there? Is that theirs or mine? Yeah, just grab it. No, the whole thing. So Rodriguez back in there at the quarterback position after the direct snap to Dean. Now a penalty. So Chichester on 3rd down and long is going to make it 3rd down and longer. Forty-yard line, the line of scrimmage now. It'll be 3rd and 15 with 4.5 to go in quarter number 3. Rodriguez. The pitch and catch going to be a yard shy of the first down. It's Dean again. Ton going on in the world of sports. Happy to be here at this Del Val football contest instead. Got 2 or 3 baseball games going on simultaneously. Got the U.S. soccer game, some college football going on, Sixers preseason action. But we're happy to be here with you for the Bucks and the Eagles. And Chichester with the first down to the 42. So first down, Chi. This is Massey straight up for about 7. Kuyate with the stop. Trying to get some scores from around the county as well. Especially interested in that Garnet Valley Marple Newtown game. Marple was actually ahead at the half, which is a little bit of a surprise. We have a timeout on the field with 2:37 to go in the 3rd quarter. Raucous student section over there today. You seem to be stimulated by this game. Chichester driving. Once again, a direct snap to Dean. Dean, plenty of room, is going to take this in for a touchdown from 33 yards out. Kouyaté chipped off behind the line of scrimmage, and Chichester right back in it. That'll make it 24-20. So 2:24 to go in quarter number 3. We got Chichester down just 4. They'll go for 2. But I guess one of the benefits of making it a two-score game is that it's not tied up yet. Rodriguez, the pass, up in the air and falls incomplete. Carl Convery and a host of others over there to break it up. So it remains 24-20. But Chi hanging in there. And, you know, I'll be honest with you, there hasn't been a good or competitive Interborough Chi game in a number of years. So I guess if you're a fan of good high school football games, I would say that this is probably a good thing. If you're a fan of Interborough football, it's probably, you know, sounds an alarm because usually this game isn't as close. All of them. Every one of them. So do I. The kickoff. It's a squib kick. And Kouyaté picks it up. Shuffles his feet. Going to be stopped behind the 30-yard line. And we have an abrupt end to Ironman. But they got started off on the right track. So here we are, 2:16, third quarter. I formation. Kouyaté, shoestring tackle, and a nice one. Cody Profit to stop. Really just a yard or two for Kouyaté, who's had a tough time getting going tonight. Forte. He'll get like 3 or 4, but there's not much. Going to be third down and long. Third down and about 7 for the Bucks. Put them into a more than likely throwing situation. Della Priscoli back over the middle and way too tall for Kouyaté. Be fourth down. And they'll be forced to punt. And Chi, who's had some success, especially that Andre Dean, who's really burned them for a couple of touchdowns. Now, Massey just falls down, or I'm guessing it's actually probably Shaw now that I think about it, because there's 2 number 6s in the program, and I'm guessing this is the senior Shaw. So So Dean back deep to receive the punt. Dello Priscoli, and he punts the other way. And he's down on his knee. He picks it up. And 38-yard line will be the line of scrimmage. Grieve the stop. With under a minute to go in the third quarter. Chai's band with the little white stripes, which is a staple of just about every high school athletic contest. They entertained us prior to the game. Those Chichester Marching Eagles. Another offsides. This one looks like the right guard. That'll bump them back 5 yards. So it's up to D-Rock and the Interboro defense to get a hold here. Get the ball back in the hands of the Interboro offense. Let them run the ball down for a few first downs. Hopefully one more score. Try and put this ball game away. And tough time tackling there for the Bucks. As Bush gets about 3 or 4 yards when he could have been stopped for 1. Good time for maybe one more play in this quarter, depending on whether they run it or pass it. And Chai once again with the 4 wide. Bush, the lone setback. No handoff and nothing. Not fooling Interboro, who had 7 or 8 men stacked in the box. And that'll be it for the third quarter of play. Your Bucks hold a 4-point lead, 24-20, as we head to the fourth quarter here at the South Avenue Sports Complex. We're 8 minutes in front of 9 o'clock here. One more quarter of football to play. And I'm hoping that Katie Maggs can Uber me back to the school again. Or did you walk over here? Oh, okay. You sure he won't mind? All right. Oh, there you go. So he is here. Fantastic. I mean, I'll walk it if I have to. But my dinner date might be a little mad because I'll be way late, you know. That Dr. Barber from Kennett, he's eagerly awaiting my arrival somewhere in the Westchester area for dinner. I'm eagerly awaiting dinner, to be honest with you. We usually go with Bertucci's, to be quite honest with you, or the Outback. Not like Glen Mills. Like, I call it all Westchester. Anything on the other side of 322 is Westchester to me, yes. Concord, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Rodriguez. And that ball's intercepted by Mike Moore. Mike Moore just reached up and grabbed it. Took a step or two backwards, realized he had an interception, and puts the Bucks in great field position. Mike Moore having a banner day. 2 touchdowns, an interception, and a starring role in what was definitely the best skit this afternoon at the homecoming pep rally. Showed everybody how great he looked in a diaper. Mike Moore is definitely today's star of the game. Yes. And they'll give the ball right back to Mike Moore inside the 30 to the 29. I feel like the Bucks band has been especially busy tonight. Lots of songs, you know, really good. Sound like the, you know, nonstop playlist. So I like to see it. Show it. They're making it work. Up the middle to Forte. This big, strong, bruising fullback. Prototypical. 3 or 4 yards. Mike Moore first down. Of course, I still have the senior kid's car, the one I drove at homecoming, so I guess I could probably just drive that around all weekend. It's a convertible. Nicer than my car. What? I don't know. I guess if he asks me for it back, I'll give it back. If he doesn't, then maybe I'll just keep it for the weekend. Yeah. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Sweep to Kuyate. 1 block away. He didn't get the block, but he still made it around. Ewing had a chance to seal that off. Fanned on the block, but Kuyate was still a good run. Every time the coaches here see what I see and say what I say, it vindicates how much I know about football. Pass. Della Pascoli overshoots him. Looking for McLaughlin. And this time Chichester was wise to the tight end slipping out. Not a lot of room on that side of the field. So 3rd down and 1. And sometimes 2nd down and short, you know, you make that play call because you have 2 plays to get the first down. Have an opportunity to go smash mouth here. It'll be Della Pascoli, and he'll just keep the legs moving and get about 7. All he needed was 1. But why fall over if they're not going to tackle you? Again, great teacher and administrative presence here. As Superintendent Riley, Curriculum Director Dr. Ekman, Principal Johnston, Vice Principal Conti. We have Bill McLaughlin, we have Frank Radea, Dan Milai. We have Mrs. Fanning here. And, of course, me, Bill Soroka, and my good buddy, Katie Maggs. We're here, as always. 2nd and goal, inside the 5. Love to give credit where credit's due. If I see anybody else of note, we'll point it out. Of course, the band directors, Mr. Peltz, Mr. Friel. That's Kuyate, and he slides into the end zone, touchdown. Kali Kuyate. He'll make it 30-20. The Bucks have gotten that 2-point conversion every single time, so we'll wait and see if they go for it again. Now they're going to take a kicking tee out there, so. But Della Pascoli is coming off the sideline, so it looks like Convery will be back to kicking. So just every week, just like there's some kind of different strategy for these point afters. Ventura, the holder, he's the backup quarterback. Convery kicks it up and through. Well done. 31-20 with 8:27 to play, and that play by Mike Moore, the interception, that really turned something that could have been a problem into a positive for the Bucks. That's going to force Chichester to punch 2 into the end zone in the last 8.5 minutes and hold Interborough if they want to win this football game. Whereas they were just down 4 and driving. So we'll have Kyle kick it off at the 40 in just a moment. In a game and a day that seems to be just taking its grand old time getting by. Squib kick. Bush bypasses it. 35-yard line, the line of scrimmage for the Chichester Eagles. That ball was ultimately picked up by that Nate Racine. "35-yard line for Gonzalez and the the Chichester Eagles. Bucks on defense. 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers. And no handoff. Bush got a lot of room. Bush past midfield, past the 30 to the 25. Finally brought down to 3 yards by the number 3, Danny Cowell, as well as Gino Marcasano. But a long run. Almost 50 on the carry. And Chi wants to keep it going. So every time Interborough gets comfortable, and it goes right back to Bush, this time I'll only get 1 or 2. They get comfortable and they give up a play to get Chi right back in it. Chi with the ball, 2nd down and 7. Quick pass, and receiver does get behind Convery, but ball too tall for the intended receiver. That's Rashad Shaw, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 7. Clock stop with 7:28 to go, 4th and final quarter. Bush again. He'll be stacked up, brought down. The one that I saw there, Mike Moore, had a hands wrapped around him, using some of that wrestling experience. Eli Mixit also helps out. Great kid, great student there, number 70, Elijah Mixit. Pressure from Moore. And Moore's day continues, his 2nd sack. The Chichester Eagles couldn't have game plan for Mike Moore the kind of game he's going to have. Bucks will take over on downs. And usually with 6:45 to go, you know what that means. Steady dose of the ground game, a couple first downs. We can put this one in the win column. Hand off to Forte. He doesn't get much, but even plays like that take significant chunks of time off the clock. By the time they snap it again, it'll be around the 6-minute mark. So even though that play only yielded 1 yard of real estate, what it does do is keep that clock moving, and they'll run the ball as many times as they can to try to keep that clock moving and do anything they can to not have to stop it other than get first downs and move those chains. But even if they do have to punt the ball back to the Chichester Eagles, they have a 2-score lead. Della Priscoli on the fake sweep is brought down. That'll register as a carry for loss. I mean, some kid will probably go home and say he got a sack there, but that, in the official statistics, it'll just be a tackle for loss. 26-yard line, 3rd down and 12. And we'll see what Interboro wants to do here. Kuyate on the sweep. Ball on the ground, and that was exactly what they didn't want to do. And Chichester picks it up. So if you could have imagined the worst case scenario, the only thing really worse would have been a scoop and score. So whatever little bit of life Chichester cling to, that was a good shot for them. Kuyate fumbles, Chichester picks it up. 27 and a half, and at the very least, you know, if they didn't score, they could have run another 45 seconds off the clock, punted the ball away. But Chi has it. 1st and 10 with a glimmer of hope. And Chichester's offense has been able to move the ball and score. 3 big plays for touchdowns. Rodriguez, Shaw, spins off a tackle back to the middle of the field. He'll be brought down at the 15. 1st down and then some. 5:04. They'll hit and wind the clock. Chi not huddled. 4 wide. Rodriguez the handoff. They'll get 4 or 5. Ball spotted at the 12. 2nd down, 6. Rodriguez back to pass, floats it up. Too tall. Ball towards the back of the end zone, not quite a fade, or if it was a fade, it was a poorly run fade. DeAndre Morgan, the wide receiver, was the intended receiver. Convery on the coverage. Either way, it's 3rd down. 3rd down and about 7, Rodriguez. That pass over the middle and intended for Damian Thompson, and that ball falls incomplete, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Only a couple seconds run off the clock, but there's 4:11 remaining to play in this quarter. All right, man. I like the view up here. This is what's up. And 4th down pass, 1v1 coverage. And once again, you had DeAndre Morgan. It was Grebe on the coverage, but the ball was over the head of Morgan, and the Bucks will take over on downs with 4:06. So another great opportunity for the Chichester Eagles to get back in this football game is squandered. And Jared Dell and the Bucks once again will have an opportunity to try and salt this game away. Kouyaté trots off. Mike Moore, the tailback. Forte, the fullback. Mike Moore. Two or 3 yards, center of the field, clock moving. Couldn't ask for more. Dello Pascoli takes his time trotting back to the huddle. No hurry, nor should he be. This is Grebe. Gets as far as to 15 or 16. And Chi takes a timeout. And I guess it pretty much is, they're in that part of the game where they have to do that. Because it's 3rd down and about 7 yards to go, six and a half. And truthfully, a first down here would be pretty hurtful if you're the Chichester Eagles. So the wise move is call a timeout, try and come up with a scheme on defense that'll stop the Bucks and force them into a punt. Chiefs seconds are off the field, which is good. And we'll be about ready for another play here. And again, a first down won't end it, but Chi does have a couple timeouts remaining. One. And Moore. Moore is stopped short. So Chi will use that other timeout with 3:15 to go. And 4th down, Coach Lennox will walk out there with the team and basically just say, hey, man, mark your men. Let's have good punt, good coverage on the punt. Let's not give them a cheap one on a punt return. Let's not commit any fouls. That gives them some extra yardage. Just do the right thing on this punt. And you can expect that Chi will have pretty decent field position in Interborough territory at the end of this punt. You know, unless Jared Dell really catches one. But the fact is, he's going to be punting from around his 10-yard line maybe. And, you know, even if he really bombs one, there'll probably be, you know, 50, 45-yard line, and then it'll be time for a return. So, now it's 4th down, and Interborough trying to draw him off, and they call timeout. So that's one that you put deep in the Steve Lennox playbook, and sometimes that works, actually. Chi disciplined enough to not jump off sides, so a timeout. And now they'll punt it. And I'm pretty certain, you know, that Chi knew that they weren't going to snap that ball. About 19-yard line, the line of scrimmage. 3:15. That's your time remaining. We've ground to a halt here at the South Avenue Sports Complex. Chichester out of timeouts. Della Pascoli's punt couldn't go any better. Gets an Interborough roll, and I would say best case scenario here, 38-yard line, the line of scrimmage. A very nice punt by Jared Dell. 43 yards on the punt, no return. And Chichester with 3:02 needs a miracle. Rodriguez. Pass behind the receivers. I tell the fans here to go to the snack stand and get themselves a couple of last-minute hot dogs or, maybe a Coca-Cola or a slice of pizza, but we're shut down for the night. Something you won't see happen next year when Soroka and Barrett are running things. I can promise you that. Oh, like magic. We're going to use like that Hermione Granger time tuner. Val Ekman has agreed to step out of the curriculum office and run the snack bar on Friday nights. Yes, indeed, and Val Ekman doesn't do anything half you-know-what. Out of bounds. Shaw. Third down and about 4. Yeah. To be fair. There's also 9 teachers working in there tonight, to be fair. One of them which is Brian Peltz, who also never does anything half. "46-yard line. And that pass in and out of the hands of Morgan. It'll be 4th down. And they don't get this, it'll be all over but the crying. As Interborough will have the ball back. Chichester will have no timeouts. We're 4 wide. Last-ditch effort for the Chichester Eagles. And a flag on the play. Shaw not feeling it as he turns around and says something to the side judge. But a false start called. And it happened right in front of the side judge, so, I mean, he saw what he was looking at. Ever. Yeah. Yeah, it's like watching my wife get ready, like you just tick, 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 Salvador knows what I'm talking about. Fourth and 8. Rodriguez a snap. Pressure up the middle. Dumps it off. And Chi gets a first down. Clock stops with 2:44. And every time you think Chichester is dead and buried, the mighty Eagles soar to another first down. Referee taking his good old time, starting the clock. And it'll depend on the spot for a first down. I wouldn't be one bit surprised if they tried to get a measurement here. Now 2nd down and a half a yard. Clock runs, 2:26 and counting. Rodriguez finds himself a new wide receiver there. That's Jameis Lundy Bird. 33-yard line rather, first down, Chichester. Rodriguez rolls out. Incomplete. And a screen pass to Bush in and out of his hands. On the bright side, 3 seconds ran off the clock. Katie, this is my favorite part of every Friday night, watching the Fair to Midland football team that throws the ball 40 times. Try to stay in a game that they have little to no chance of winning. Rodriguez back, single coverage. And that pass is right there. Convery down on the play. I make that Marcusano down on the play. Shaw with a nice catch. Just said, the Mighty Eagles, man, every time you think they're done, they float one up and get a first down. This one inside the 10-yard line. They'll spot it at the 4. Marcusano, he's up. He trots off. Sorrentino checks in his spot. Katie Maggs, if they score, we're going to have ourselves a football game. Because Chi will have an opportunity for an onside kick, and if they get it, oh boy. Wouldn't that be something? Chi. Shaw. Touchdown, Eagles. 31-26, and just as Interboro starts getting the beat down, the Chichester Eagles punch another one in the end zone. I guess conventional wisdom says go for 2 here. Get it to within a field goal. The Bucks football boosters, they don't want to hear that there's still a football game. They're taking down the signs. The staff at the snack bar, they don't want to hear there's still a football game. They done closed up shop already. But me and Katie Maggs, we still have the camera rolling. Because we still got a football game here with a $1:43 left in quarter number 4. Rodriguez with pressure. Finds a man, 2-point conversion, Chichester. And oh man, this onside kick is going to determine a lot. If the Bucks get it, pretty much the game will be over because Chi has no timeouts. Chi gets it. Oh boy. We'll have to edit out that part where I said Chi has little to no chance to win. You able to do that? Okay. I don't think anybody actually watches these games on YouTube anyway, do they?
They get a lot of views.
Oh, do they? Maybe, I think they just fast forward to the touchdowns, though.
I think it's the boys that watch it.
Yeah. The kids on the team.
Yes. Stan Call watches the
Everyone. Yeah. He also loves the sound of my voice. He told me that. Yeah.
He was very upset.
He said he scored a touchdown last week.
You were late. He was like, "Where is Soroka?"
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Wait, oh, late in this. Yeah, that's right.
You were late for the second half.
Yes.
Very upset.
Listen, you can't fight Mother Nature. And I got to tell you, any snack bar hot dog not made or overseen by Noel Catino, yeah, Catino dogs, the best in the business. Well, you wait till you see the hot dogs next year. We might even bust out the grill and fry up some burgers. Oh, if we're gonna have burgers, it's gonna be Philly Gourmet. We might just fire up that grill and cook some. Will you come back from college and have a burger? Yeah, Salvatore says no doubt. What's up? We have 1:43 left. I'm just waiting on an onside kick. If we recover, we're going to run out the clock. So I'll call you back in hopefully about 3 minutes. All right, man. Late.
They're coming to our sideline. 29's down here, 6 is down here, 18's down here.
So here we go, onside kick for all the marbles. And they decide to kick it long, and they're going to try and out-sprint Jared Dell, but he falls on top of it, and I'm not so sure I like that strategy. If I'm a Chichester fan, as a Bucks fan, I love it. 142, no timeouts for Chi. Interborough can basically kneel on the ball 3 times, I think, and once again, the Interborough coaches are saying the exact same thing I just said. We're on the same wavelength. Because literally 3 kneel downs and this bad boy's over. So I'm going to just talk for the next 102 seconds. And I'll have everything wrapped up by the time the clock hits 3 zeros. Forte up the middle. Flag on the play. And that'll be the first down. And now the game's over. And somebody from the Chi team was all hot and bothered about that 5-yard carry. Committed a personal foul. We have a personal foul on Chi. First down. And they just took him out of the game. So it wasn't a straight disqualification. But at number 54, Mike Rinnick Jr. pretty much just cost his team a shot at winning. I think, not winning, but even remotely stopping the clock again. And now Bucks are in victory formation. All we need is a couple of good kneel downs. Jared Dell kneels down. And this last minute or so will tick off the clock. So it looks like your Interborough Bucks are going to get back in the win column for the first time since school started. 4-game winning streak, finally over. Bucks improved to 3-4. They'll go on the road next week against Academy Park. Next time we're here at the South Avenue Sports Complex, it may be the last time for the season against those Glen Mills battling Bulls. We'll see. There is a game somewhere in there scheduled against Haverford that we never end up playing. Haverford is good. They're going to the playoffs. I doubt we're going to play them. The Ridley game's on the road, so we may be back here just one more time. So as the final 15 seconds tick off, I want to say thanks for being with us. Great homecoming so far. For Anthony Salvatore, Katie Maggs, I'm Bill Soroka. We'll see you next time around. Good night.